How's everybody doing out there today? It's 5:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4/19, 2021. Bitmart today, 10 a.m. Eastern D time. Okay, so EDT, and that is easily translated to, this link will be in the description down below. You can click it and see what time it's there at your place. Okay, so 5:33 at the moment, so 5 more hours. A little less, 4.5 more hours. No, I don't know about that. I'll have to clarify that. EDT time. No, that's not for me. Okay. You guys could do it whatever it's good for you. I didn't even have a chance to take a look at that to see what it was. I think it's going to be about 10 p.m. here, but take a look at it, see what it's good for you, and that's good to go there. Now, XRP, good to go. The amount of money that's coming into XRP and the XRP army cranking its intent to keep XRP going. You've got this one here, which could get my sticky keyboard going there. Why XRP is surging despite the SEC Ripple lawsuit? Because of the XRP army. And the lawsuit is not going well for the SEC. So there's a lot of good feeling in the XRP world. And I think you're going to see XRP do super good. Now the market, 2.1 trillion, starting to cut back the last 24 hours. Last hour has been down a little bit, not much, but enough. And 147 billion. So you got 57,092 for BTC. ETH at 22.53. XRP at 149. Doge at 38 cents. What's Doge going to do a month, 2 months from now? Bubble or 50, 60, 70 cents? Is it going to crash? We'll have to wait and see. ADA, Cardano, 128. Speaking of Cardano's talking about the Dogecoin and how he thinks it's a bubble. It's always been a joke in what he describes in this piece here in his YouTube channel. And let's see. Yeah, Doge has always been for our industry kind of an inside joke, a pet rock, a fun, lighthearted thing. It just seems to always be around, but it's something for the most part we have never taken seriously. Probably wish he did if he's investing. So, get it while it's good. That's all you can say with those things. Sweden to soon launch its CBDC in the coming 5 years. 5 years. Apollo's kicking butt on what they're doing right now with the national payment platform. That's why the intro is what it was today, along with the e-government platform, which will be linked at the end of this video for the demo. I mentioned that I would have the e-government platform if it wasn't on the Apollo FinTech channel. I put it on STRATUS, Twitter, and at the end of this video, after the, basically when I do my outro, I'll just say that that's next. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you've already seen it, you're good to go. Okay, so watch Apollo take care of business in these countries. Coming up soon, you'll hear a lot more about it. Here, like you look at the title, U.S. SEC expected to impose fair amount of regulation on cryptocurrencies, says former chairman. So a lot of people go right off the bat, oh, damn, regulation. But then when you read into it, Gary Gensler, who was elected to be the SEC chairman, okay, confirmed, I should say, chosen and confirmed, and his history is cryptocurrency. Okay, when he instructs, look at what, where is it? I got to find it. Okay, right here. Gary Gensler is an expert on cryptocurrencies. He has taught about them. He is a market expert. Pitt continued. I would expect to see clear rules of the road evolve under his leadership. It's going to be very good in my opinion. Very good. How decentralized finance will change the world's economy? With Knox World Pay, Knox Bank, Knox World Wire, which is bank to bank. You're going to see so much going on with the Knox World Pay for the debit card use. You're going to see so much going on for the Knox Bank also with debit card and for people to use as your banks. And then you have the Knox World Wire, which is bank to bank, which Ripple does. And guess what? It's not going to stop Ripple from doing what they're doing, but is it going to take care of business in Africa and beyond? Yes, it is. And get ready for APL and the GSX coin to take off. Speaking of APL, EPL is a ERC20 token version of APL, which is a non-ERC20 token. Non-ERC20 tokens are harder to integrate into exchanges, so EAPL makes it easier. I would fully recommend, and I'm going to do it, you want to tweet, you don't want to tag, tweet Coinbase. Tweet, basically list APL and then EAPL. Because the thing is, and say that too, APL, non-ERC20, EAPL, ERC20. They'll get the drift. Boom. And then see if we can get them as one of the 100 altcoins into boosting in the Coinbase world. Because that would be great to see. And not too hard, but you have to basically pummel them. So everybody should tweet directly at them so they take notice. And speaking of taking notice, boom. Get ready for all this. I've been saying in my videos for a while now. The views of my videos are increasing 3 times in the last, I'd say, week and a half, 2 weeks. And there's reason for that. A lot more people are getting into Apollo. A lot more people are getting into GSX. And there's so much excitement with what Apollo is doing. So it's just a natural thing. And I knew it would start to really blow up. And it's really going to blow up when the United Allied States comes out. That's coming up down the road. And when that happens, oh my God. That's all I can say there. But with Knox World Wire, Knox Bank, and Knox World Pay, everything lining up, and all the things that they're doing with their office work, their devs, and keep in mind too, they have an office in South Africa, newly established. Nice office building piece, okay? And that's great to get that groundwork going. So Steve can go out and go visit the leaders of countries and take care of business with the national payment platform and let these other people take care of business to keep everything flowing. And they have devs in the Ukraine, and they have devs around the world to take care of building the e-government, which will be featured at the end of this video, platform, and the national payment platform, and all the other things they're doing. So get ready to rock, and I will have the breaking news later today. Everybody, enjoy the day. Let's wait and see what GSX does. I think it's going to go down right off the bat from people selling, because some people have been asking me how to send it to Bitmart. Well, guess what? What does that mean? Okay, next. They're stupid too, in my opinion, because it's going to go up in value. It's a growth coin. Yeah, a growth coin. So all you have to just imagine is Apollo reinvest into it, and the exchange action after the sell orders are gone and the buy orders come in, boom, chakalaka, up it goes. Later, guys.
Hi, it's Hannah from the Apollo Fintech team. In this video, I would like to demonstrate the main functionality and features of the electronic documents system. First, we will focus on several registers. Demographic register, its main purposes, how it works, and which problems it resolves. The next step will be client interface, an application for a client and how to use it. Also, I will demonstrate the main functionality of the state registry, which is still at the development stage. Its main purpose is to issue and receive documents. So, let's start from the demographic register. The main functionality for the demographic registry was developed with the purpose to maintain the database of citizens, including adding of new citizens or editing for the further issuance of documents to citizens or non-citizens. For this video, I already registered a citizen with all the necessary data, and also I will demonstrate how to create a citizen from scratch. In order to understand which electronic documents we can issue in the demographic register, we need to pause to the settings and tick a specific box. Afterwards, we will see a list of electronic documents available for issuance in the eTalk application tab. Our team developed the flow of the life cycle of any citizen, from birth to death. For example, after a citizen is born, parents can request an electronic birth certificate, but upon reaching the age of majority, the same citizen can apply for an electronic passport, a marriage certificate, or death certificate. Let me create a new citizen from scratch and demonstrate the flow of the demographic register. After all data is added to the citizen profile, it can be edited or added for the further issue of documents. Now, I would like to switch to the client interface and register on behalf of Mike to apply for a birth certificate. The citizen can register by email or phone number. In this case, I'm using an email. After signing in to the client interface, we can see the following functionality. Request is the list of registers where the citizen can request electronic documents. History request, the list of the citizen's requests with their statuses. And profile, the settings of the personal profile that also can be edited. Now I would like to go back to the demographic register to issue a birth certificate. Here we click apply and enter the data about a citizen to verify it with all the databases on the demographic register. After filling in all the data, we click submit and create a new request for electronic documents. After the form is submitted, we can find it in the request history with its unique ID. Now I'm switching again to the demographic register and checking the request to issue the documents. Here we can find Mike's profile. Based on the data, we can reject or approve the request. In this case, we will approve the request and after that, check the status in the request history. In this step, I would like to demonstrate the issuance of a passport. For this, I'm going to Available Request and open a demographic register. Here, I will request an issuance of a passport, enter all the necessary data about the citizen and click Submit. To continue the process, we're going back to demographic register to E-Doc application and check the request for the issuance of a passport. We're checking the request and clicking Submit. There is no need to sign the request with a key as it is already saved in the system. And now in the same tab we can see the updated data, approved status and the passport that can be issued. Now I would like to show the issuance of a marriage certificate in the example of Dallas family as they are already married and have a child. The spouses wants to receive a marriage certificate. For this we need to add all the necessary data to the citizen card. It doesn't matter which of the spouses added this information. It will be automatically updated for both. We go to Lily's profile, search for a spouse, enter the marriage data and click Save. Thus, a spouse for Lily was added. Now we check if the information has been updated and switch to Bruce's profile to see that information about his spouse has been also updated. Let's register in the client interface on behalf of Lily and request a marriage certificate. I'm setting up a password for Lily's account and signing into the client interface. After, I'm going to the demographic register to choose a marriage certificate and enter the data about the citizen and click Save. After the form is saved and sent to the server, in the request history we can see the request for a marriage certificate and its status. Let's switch to the demographic register and approve the issuance of this electronic document. Here in the E-Doc application tab we can see and filter request by data. I can see the request from Lily for the issuance of an electronic marriage certificate. After approving, Lily can see that request is approved, the document has been issued and ready to use. Another document that our demographic register can issue is a death certificate. Let's use the example of the Dallas family and add the information about the tragic incident where Bruce died. On behalf of his relatives, from the client interface, we will request a death certificate for Bruce. Let's go to his profile and add more information about the tragic incident. In the death information tab, enter the necessary data, save and switch to the client interface to available requests. Now, in request history, we can see requests only for a marriage certificate. After that, we're going to the demographic register, select a death certification, fill in the data about Bruce from his citizen card and click Submit. Now in the request history we can see a new request for a document and its status. Then in the demographic register switch to the E-Doc application tab and use the filters to select the death certificate and its status for a quick search. Here we see a new request about Bruce's death certificate. After the request is approved, we can check the document in the request history. In conclusion, I want to demonstrate the main functionality of a new state register and also reveal more information about the demographic register. First, let's go to the state register as an admin. It is important to mention that all registers can communicate with each other, use the same structure and interface, but the main difference is that each register issues a certain list of documents. This is the purpose of each register. The state register will issue marriage certificates, a residence permit, visa, and passports. You have already seen some of the documents as it is also implemented in the demographic register. The development of the functionality continues. Each register should be targeted for the issuance of any documents. The main task of the demographic register is to add and review the list of the citizens, but it is also important to make it flexible and customizable. We add such functionality to make the process easier so each register can flexibly configure which documents it issues. And as I said earlier, the registers also can communicate with each other. Therefore, using the example of the demographic register, we want to keep only its target functionality to add citizens. We also left the possibility of issuing certain documents that appear in the same way. In the future, the issuance of these documents will be closed and will be transferred to the other target registries. For example, now we issue documents with the state register. We already received the passport and marriage certificate in the state register. Also, a visa and residence permit as well as a death certificate will be issued on other target registries. At the client interface, we can see a set of different registries where we can track in which registry certain necessary documents are issued. The main goal was to develop a registry similar in functionality and flexibly customizable.